What's up, Blazioneers and Blazionettes? So I'm gonna be reviewing the second season of Arrow. So with that all being said, there's gonna be spoilers in this review. So if you're not caught up, go get on Netflix. If you have Netflix, go Bing watch season 2, and then there you go. But anyway, that is your warning. Now this season, this is where it starts to take the Arrowverse into different places. Well, not different places, but in more familiar grounds, and to where we never thought they would touch that places that we never thought they would touch before. Like, before I get to that, I'm just gonna say it's it's cool because Sarah turns out that Sarah is alive and she did not die on that boat, and it turns out and it turns out that she spent some time with Oliver on that island, along with Slade Wilson and Shadow and all that. But yeah, and you're like thinking, wait a minute. If he thinks she died on the boat, why does she think she died if they're like on the island together? What does this mean? But it all leads up to how he thought she died. So yeah, it was cool to have her back into the fold. First, first she was Black Canary, and then not long after that, we find out that that she is Sarah Lance. Like, what? And turns out that she knows how to fight pretty good herself. So just going on that boat changed her life as well, where she comes back a whole new woman, just like Oliver came back a whole new man. And also and then we find out that Malcolm Merlyn, some people thought he died, some people did think he died, and then it was a surprise to see him back. And then we find out that that Robert Queen is not Thea's father. It turns out that Malcolm Merlyn is actually Thea's father. So that was a big little ball drop there. Like, what? And then it turns out as he's trying to intimidate Moira Queen, and then she bitch slaps him with the name Ra's al Ghul. Like, what? Saying that she knows him, and then he'll be happy to know that you're here or something like that. And then he just backed off quickly. You're thinking okay, so who's gonna be the main villain here? And then we see that Brother Blood comes in here with with his weird with his followers and stuff, and doing all these weird Mirakuru drugs and whatnot. And then we find out that he is who he's working for. He's working for Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. Like, whoa, so Deathstroke is the main villain of season 2. So that's pretty cool. And then we start to see what divides him and Oliver in the flashbacks. We start to get close to that, where we see the end of that alliance. In the flashbacks, as we see them in the present time just going at it. While as Slade Wilson would always say to him, or as he would say, I promise him complete despair, or something like that. Some complete despair, not yet, kid. So yeah, he was one of my favorite. He is the best villain by far, and the villain of season 5 is starting to get on that level. He's starting to step on that ladder. Like, okay, mate. It looks like he's about to have some competition. and also Barry Allen, is introduced into the Arrowverse for the very first time. So and he's trying to help investigate what's going on in Star City. And then we find out a little bit about him. We know a little bit of his backstory, where he saw something as a kid, something kill his mother, and it was something unusual, something out of the ordinary. Nobody believes him, and it turns out that when he goes back to Central City, and then we see him get hit by lightning, and we all know what that means. like, yeah, he's gonna turn into the Flash, and then yeah, then we're gonna have a Flash TV series, like, you know, for like the next year, and then we get this, and then somewhere down the stretch we meet two main characters and Team Flash. So that was pretty cool to meet them, and then we see that Barry is, you know, still in a coma, and they're taking care of him. So that's pretty damn cool. And also and this is like and also and then Laurel finds out that Oliver Queen is at the Arrow, as they call him. They call him the Arrow now in this season. So and yeah, so that was a pretty big twist. I mean, because you know, like, Deathstroke is like just trying to just mind fuck Oliver just by tormenting his loved ones, kills his mother, and kidnaps Thea, and then she finds out that Robert Queen is not her father, that Malcolm Merlyn is, and then tells Laurel that Oliver Queen is the Arrow. Like, damn. And he has an army, like an army of Mirakuru, a Mirakuru army, and oh my gosh, I mean, he is just messing shit up. I mean, like, he's just shaking things up for Team Arrow. I mean, like, there's even a moment in one episode, not even 10 minutes in the episode, he is down in the Arrow cave. He's waiting for him to come back, and then he's just causing more. He's causing, wreaking more havoc. and then it hints that Oliver may have feelings for Felicity after things start to go a little south with Sarah. And we find out that Sarah was a part of, you know, the League of Assassins, and she was trained by Ra's al Ghul, and she had a little thing with his daughter. You should have seen the look on, you know, the look on Oliver's face was priceless when they were staying toe to toe, and then she kisses her. I'm like, okay. And so, like, I guess when Oliver supposedly tricked Deathstroke by telling Felicity that he loves her, and then it's like, oh, okay, so he used Felicity as a decoy or whatnot. Okay, but I mean, like, as it went on, yeah, I mean, that's where, you know, like, that's where Felicity's character started to change into, you know, like, you know, where she, you know, like, from a socially awkward, you know, like, nerdy, you know, like, computer girl, and now she's becoming, like, a potential love interest for Oliver, which is, you know, I mean, like, I kind of rooted for that at, you know, like, in the pre-Olicity time, but as it got closer to that, I'm like, I mean, at this point in time, I'm like, okay, I mean, like, why not? I mean, like, come on. I mean, how can you not think she's attractive? I mean, come on, Oliver. Come on. That at this point in time, I was like that. But as it went on, I was just like, yeah, I will get to that in my review for season 3. But with that all being said, this gets 4 solid chair spins out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 solid chair spins. So yeah, I'm still on that season 5 mid-season finale. If you're all caught up, then you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for season 2, make sure you thumb up the video. Make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for watching. And man, I mean, this is where the Arrowverse, I mean, this is actually the season where the Arrowverse changes forever, because they introduce Barry Allen, and then that's, you know, that opens up the door for the Flash, and then, you know, like, bringing Barry Allen into the fold is only the tip of the iceberg of that. So yeah, we'll talk more about that in my season 3 review. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.